Hello again, I am Blunty, and this is a gaming headset from Kingston, carrying the rather 90s sounding name of the HyperX Cloud II. Now, the gaming headset arena is a pretty crowded one, and Kingston's plan for making themselves the choice to make is to deliver a high-end feeling product at a budget price. And to that end, well, they've done a pretty decent job, actually. The HyperX Cloud II headset certainly looks and feels high-end. They're using high-quality materials, brushed aluminum for the band, padded generously with memory foam and covered up in a very soft leatherette. There's heavy stitching and even an embroidered logo. The ear cups are that lovely soft-touch plastic stuff, and the braided cable feels very robust. The flexible boom microphone is not retractable, but it is detachable for when you're not feeling chatty or just using them for music or movies or whatever. Connection is via a standard 3.5mm 4-pole jack, or the mini USB sound card that comes with inline controls for headset and microphone volume control, mute, and also offers up simulated 7.1 surround sound. In the box you get a carry bag, an alternate choice of earpads, and even one of those goofy little airline adapters. So, you're not hurting for value in the box, and the asking price, which comes in at 149 Aussie dollary-doos, seems like pretty decent value, if they perform. So, let's talk about performance. The first thing I noticed was the very impressive passive noise isolation provided by the default leatherette ear cups. Almost no sound at all escapes, or indeed makes it in, when you're wearing them. So, those of you who really value immersion, or play in noisy environments, will be quite pleased. Personally though, I switched to the alternate soft material ear cups. It's summer right now in Aussie land, and particularly a hot one in Sydney, and the leatherette cups by their nature do get a bit hot and sweaty and uncomfortable if I'm honest. The material ones are, for me, vastly more comfortable for longer sessions, but they don't provide nearly as good sound isolation. So it's pretty rad that you get both options right there in the box. You can switch and change to your heart's content depending on how you're feeling. Now, onto sound quality. The clarity is very good. The bass isn't super deep, but it is quite clear and avoids the muddied sound of headsets that put bass above clarity. And the headset does use 53mm neodymium drivers, so they're actually capable of delivering what I'd describe as ear-throbbingly loud volume. Uncomfortably loud, actually. Mids are well defined and punchy, the highs are crisp, the sound is well balanced for gaming, movies, music. I had no complaints on any regard for any use I put them to. The 7.1 simulated surround sound offered up by the USB dongle works surprisingly well, expanding the soundstage impressively. In USB mode, they work with PC, Mac and Ps4, all plug and play without issue, although with the Ps4 you will not get the 7.1 surround sound, nor will the buttons for altering volume work. But of course with the Ps4 you can also plug directly into the 3.5mm jack on the controller itself, and that too works flawlessly. Impressively well actually. The Xbox One, however, refused to acknowledge the USB dongle, and with the controller headset adapter accessory thingy that you have to buy separately, thanks Microsoft, it did work, but of course the Xbox headset adapter has issues of its own. So there's crackling and distortion, so it's a real big pity that the USB didn't work. But that is not Kingston's fault, that is Microsoft's fault. So can't take marks off for that. Lastly, onto the microphone, which you will have noticed you're now hearing me on. This is the one and only area where the quality drops. As you can hear, while the pickup is very clean and very clear, it does suffer somewhat dramatically from a rather thin and anemic sound. And while this will still work perfectly serviceably for in-game chat, if you've hopes of live commentary, Let's Plays, Twitch streaming, or recording voiceovers for your clips using the inbuilt game DVR functions of the consoles, well, you're not going to be impressed. It's a pity in this day and age, with the popularity of game streaming and nearly universal application of voice chat in almost every last multiplayer game available, to have the microphone be the weakest link. But it's hardly horrible, and like I said, it is very clean and clear, so you'll never be misunderstood. It just sounds a bit old-time radio, doesn't it? But all in all, the Kingston HyperX Cloud II headset does deliver quite a large bang for your buck. It is really good value. Certainly worth considering if you're on the lookout for a very flexible headset. You can use this thing with your PC, your Mac, your PS4, your Xbox 360. Hell, you can even use it on your iPhone or your Android handset. You can plug this into just about anything you like, with or without the microphone attached. It is wonderfully flexible and built far better than most in its price range. And the classy, subtle design sure beats some of the gaudy options out there too. And it is rather comfortable to wear for long periods of time. It's not the lightest headset I've ever tried, but I wouldn't call it heavy either. I've worn this thing for several hours at a time with absolutely no comfort issues at all. So that's it. That's the Kingston HyperX Cloud II headset. Forgive it for its name. It is good value and, like I said, certainly worth a look. Thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time.